Hello, everyone. We're going to talk about blockchain and the QR code in the food industry. The team is confirmed by Syed, Priyanka, Momal, Ming-Chung, Marcel, and myself, Azul. And we're going to divide this presentation into three major points. One is the introduction, the second one is the research, and finally, the analysis and the conclusion. First, let's understand what QR codes are into our everyday life. If you go to the bus station, if you go to a restaurant here in Vancouver, you may find QR codes in every single table. And this, beside helping you out to find the best drink or the new menu that they may have, it can also provide the company your information, such as GPS, location, and some other information that can be helpful for them to actually know about some other potential clients. In this presentation, we're going to explain how QR codes can help on the food industry and on the brand loyalty. From a mother that is worried about what real ingredients a product may have to how to reach potential clients into a better way to find your brand into a better position. So first, let's start with a literature review.
Okay, since blockchain was first introduced back in 2008, considerable research has been done, yet food industry specific research is a small portion. That is mainly because, as you can see on the chart, banking, so to say the financial sector, contribute the biggest share in market value and also is projected to have the most significant opportunity in terms of impact and feasibility for blockchain application. However, zooming into food-related sectors such as agriculture and retail, food safety and origin, and agricultural supply chain, and product verification are identified with great potential within the industry. Next slide, please. There are various entities for research in the food industry blockchain applications, but key research questions remain pretty similar among all the research. Next slide, please. Our study will cover some of the benefits highlighted through various research. Some of the fundamental benefits enable product quality improvement, better pricing, and consumer empowerment. As much as benefit, challenges have been extensively discussed. Still, the impact of sustainability issues and consumer acceptance level is something that should be further addressed in relation to the food industry blockchain. Next, Marcel will cover the first part of the analysis.
Hi, everyone. So like Azul said, we're going to be exploring two angles into our analysis. The next slide, please. The two angles that we're going to be talking about is food safety. I will be exploring that. And then Priyanka will tell about the brand loyalty and how food safety actually leads to brand loyalty because it shortens the time of decision making and prepares the path for consistent choices for the same brand and creates a customer loyalty with that. Finally, Zaid is going to be talking about some market numbers that are already happening with this industry. But let's start with how this technology works. So basically, right now, the QR code is information that can be recorded into that code and access it anytime, anywhere. So from let's take an example for tomato sauce. We need to first pick up the tomato from the farm, and that producer, that small farmer, they will start recording at the end of their process. They will start recording information about what was the season, what was the date that they picked it up, how was the product, how much shelf life the tomato had, was it any product that they added to actually grow the tomato or not, what kind of fertilizers they could have put in there and the soil. So all of this relevant information about their supply chain is recorded in that stage. Then it moves to the next stage of the supply chain, the manufacturer, for instance. Where is this manufacturer located? Did the product travel to another country or not? Did they add something to the product to make the tomato sauce? What kind of ingredients did they add into that? Was it stored the stage of the supply chain? Was it stored in another plant in another country? What kind of temperature they were storing that product for? So relevant information about food safety spread out along the food supply chain that could be helpful to trace the sources of possible contamination. So let's explore that angle. Walmart is partnering with IBM, and Zeta is going to be focusing on showing numbers for that. So IBM is building a blockchain, and there's several partners that are contributing to that. Walmart, other grocery stores, universities, and they are already collaborating together to put information into this blockchain, which, by the way, is immutable. Blockchain information, once it's recorded, you cannot change. So that's why it brings safety to the process. And you can track down if your tomato sauce that you purchased from the market is contaminated, then you can trace it backwards to the source of the problem instead of just transferring to a lab and just hypothetically say, oh, it could have been from this and from this and from that. But when you have a blockchain QR code, you can actually trace the source of the problem. So that's why it brings food safety into the subject, because it incorporates this track down process that you can do it instantly. And these grocery stores, they are already working with that. So it's already in practice, and it will build from that. And why is it such an important topic? Because like Priyanka is going to be exploring changes in the customer's needs and wants, we are becoming more aware of our products and becoming more, making more questions about it. Is it safe to consume this product? Where does it come from? Is it sustainably grown or not? What kind of impacts is it doing to the environment? So we are questioning more about our consuming waste, and that is why food safety is a very relevant topic to build to build brand loyalty as well. And that's what Priyanka will be exploring in the next slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sai. The industry conglomerates are spending millions and billions of dollars every year to market their products, to maintain their baselines and increase their customer base, right? But today, obtaining or retaining an existing client is not just about customer satisfaction. This goes beyond that, and that is where customer delight comes into picture. Bringing into this level of transparency into their systems is the reason why food industry is today moving towards implementing blockchain into their organizations. They want to retain the existing customers with the help of these technologies, because even if a certain percentage of the total marketing budget can be saved, using customer loyalty or bringing in customer loyalty is what these organizations are focusing on. If we talk about numbers, there's a higher probability of a sale to a new customer, which is around 14%. 15% are more likely to try a new product than a new customer. Our existing customers are more likely to buy that product than a new customer. 31% are more likely to spend than a new customer. 79% of our satisfied customers have a tendency of going and promoting your brand to their friends and families, even if it is just a one-time experience. And this could lead to new acquisitions through word of mouth. This would save the money of acquisition by doing anything extra. We have seen a trend in the past 5 years wherein the new customer acquisition cost has risen by around 50% of what it was earlier. And saving this cost of acquisition or lowering the cost of sale is what brings customer or brand loyalty into picture. And that is where these technology plays a huge role. The next slide is going to be covered by Zaid. So over to you, Zaid. Thank you.
When we talk about implementation of blockchain technology, we have categorized industries with their percentage use of blockchain. Taking a look on the next slide, as of today, blockchain is in food industry stands at a $140 billion evaluation and is expected to grow to $14,000 billion by the end of 2026. Modernization is on its way with fast adaptation in the food industry inevitably. On the next slide, Walmart and IBM joined hands in late 2018 to work together on improving the quality and reliability of data processes, invoicing, and much more. Walmart's sales growth show consistent growth from 2018, which can be related to customer awareness and high interest in identifying ingredients of their products. The impact of using QR code can be shown better in the next slide with the help of observing operating income of Walmart. A steep fall observed from 2016 to 18 forced Walmart to re-evaluate their business model, hence the IBM Food Trust. The operating cost significantly recovered in 2019, followed by a steep fall the next year due to the pandemic. However, the figures show recovery even through the pandemic to this day, as blockchain use to integrate the supply chain for online as well as in-store sales eases usability of logistics, saving delays and costs. This directly shows the progress and effectiveness of the blockchain implementation as Walmart's brand value for their user-friendly and awareness campaigns, ranging from manufacturers to suppliers and to their distributors. Factors such as safety, security, effectiveness proved the worth of moving towards modernization. Komal will now conclude our findings for the topic in hand.
Okay, so to wrap it up, next slide, please. So to wrap it up, I would just say that the blockchain technology has a lot of potential and is the upcoming thing. However, and it obviously opens a lot of feasibility options because it has a very large impact on whatever touch points it has. For the next thing, however, but for the food industry, the total quality management needs to be worked upon, which requires a lot of synergy from all departments. Also, because total quality management is such a huge chapter on its own, the employee and consumer acceptance need to be of the same level. Employees need to learn and customers need to accept that the new modern ways of buying and selling and accepting the products. So that's all from our end. Let me know if you have any questions. The floor is open. Thank you.